Your Valley Neighborhood Forecast is brought to you by Walgamuth Painting.
Wiggly Mouth.
Woggy Mouth.
No.
Painting.
Wiggy Mouth.
It's Woogie Mouth Painting.
It's Walgamuth Painting, and yes, we'll paint anything.
Happy Friday to you all. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Kruger. This is your weekend edition of your Valley Neighborhood Forecast. You got the lightning strikes there. It looks ominous. I mean, I always, whenever you have all of those lightning strikes, you're like, oh my gosh, there's going to be a ton of thunder. No, not necessarily, right? There are going to be showers throughout the day today. There could be an isolated thunderstorm in the forecast. And we take a look at the weekend at a glance. Again, looks very ominous. Looks like it's going to be just tons of severe weather over the weekend. No, there's a chance for thunderstorms Friday, a chance for thunderstorms Saturday, otherwise scattered showers. A typical cool and unsettled weather pattern is what we're looking at here through the weekend with more showers on Sunday. In fact, it cools off a little bit on Sunday. Here's Futurecast. So this morning, there's a look at that wet weather that we are seeing out there. Let's take you into the afternoon. And you see, we're not seeing a ton of rain. In fact, most of the rain is now going to be off to the east. We're seeing a bit of a break here, but still a chance for a few isolated showers, maybe a thunderstorm. Now we take you into Saturday morning, scattered showers, maybe a few isolated thunderstorms. We're seeing snow in the mountains. Check the chain requirements for Saturday morning because snow levels are dropping again, probably down to about 4,000 feet, maybe locally lower. There you can see Saturday at noon, actually a bit of a break. But by Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, maybe a bit of a break. But again, I can't rule out there's still some leftover moisture, cold and unstable air is in place. We could see some convective showers and possible thunderstorms here for tomorrow afternoon. Now Sunday morning also starting off fairly dry, but then going through the day, we do start to see those chances for showers and maybe even some thunderstorms possibly on Sunday, but the chances are going to be much slimmer by the time we get into Sunday. You'll look at this map, you see a lot of just green lines and boxes and green coloring. Essentially, here's what's happening. And we've been seeing all this rain over the last several days. We're now starting to see the reaction to all of this. And that is creeks and streams and rivers are starting to swell up. And as a result, we're going to see some of our rivers, Sacramento River in particular, you're seeing already reaching that. It's below the flood stage, but it is approaching the flood stage. And we take a look at some of the Sacramento River at Tehama Bridge, for example. It will crest today at 8 p.m. at 210 feet. Now, the flood stage is at about 210 feet, so we'll be just above that for tonight. Sacramento River at Vino Woodson Bridge, forecast crest to reach 181.8, which will be Saturday at midnight. So basically tonight at midnight. There you can see it cresting and then it drops again. And really that's the case here for all of the Sacramento River. It's going to be kind of going up, and then by the time we go into tonight and tomorrow, it's going to be on that downward trend. So you can see Sacramento River at Ord Ferry. It will crest at 113.2, so it'll stay below barely that minor flood stage. So, it's getting close. So a lot of these areas that are just below that flood stage, yeah, it could crest just slightly above that, but this is not going to be a major flooding event with the Sacramento River. So just kind of bear that in mind. This is not going to be a huge issue. However, we're going to notice it kind of swelling up. If this was happening, this storm in the middle of the winter, then it'd probably be a different story, right? But it's still very dry out there. So, we're just not seeing the rivers fill up as we typically do. All right, there you can see through 5 p.m. We're finally seeing these numbers get a lot smaller, right? Because that steady rainfall that we've been experiencing, that's pretty much coming to an end. It's more in the way of scattered showers. So we still have a wind advisory until 10 o'clock this morning. So yeah, a little gusty. A lot of you have been telling me that I don't know what you're talking about, these winds. I'm not experiencing them, and that's certainly kind of the case here. There are a lot of these wind-sheltered areas that aren't seeing the winds, but then there are others who are saying, yeah, it's been really windy out here. There were even power outages earlier this week as a result of those. All right, so it just depends on where you are. So you can see the gusty winds here for some of us, right? We go into 6 p.m. today, those winds are starting to subside. I do expect across the board weaker winds on Saturday with the exception of the coast. And then by Sunday, the winds may pick up with Sunday system coming on in. All right, so here's your Valley Neighborhood Forecast for your Friday. Again, very ominous looking, doesn't it? That doesn't mean everyone's going to see thunderstorms. It just means there's a chance. Everyone can see that chance. Otherwise, scattered showers throughout the day. That's also the case on Saturday, off and on continuing through Tuesday. But I do expect, when we look at your 7-day outlook for Redding, you will see that, yeah, we're drying things out, looks like, for Wednesday and Thanksgiving Day. But it's really not warming up a whole lot, so it should stay fairly cool for your Thanksgiving holiday. Have a great weekend.